In this session, we cover dynamic distribution of publications. The dynamic distribution of publications is the other side of the same coin that sets dynamic member-level data security on objects inside a pyramid model that is functional on any database that is supported by a pyramid. To demonstrate how this works, we are going to continue from our previous session by reviewing the model we created. In this model, we had two tables, a security table and a distribution table. The security table designates which users can see which countries, and the distribution table contains the details for how to distribute to the individual users. If we were to preview the distribution table, we can see we have a listing of all the users and their email addresses. While in the security table, which is a many-to-many table, we have a listing of every user and every country that they can see. This allows us to work out which user can see which country when the data is rendered. To begin the demonstration, we're going to build a very simple grid to demonstrate the way the data flows inside the application. The grid is going to show commute distance by gender using sales and return metrics. We're going to save our sales report and then embed that inside a publication. This publication will take this report and render a unique version for each country. In that case, each country will slice the report. To finish off the display, we're going to include a dynamic text element using a dynamic placeholder, which will show the country selected when the report is rendered. The next stage is now to attach a country slice. We do that by simply opening up our model, selecting the country hierarchy, and building a simple slice out of it. And by checking these boxes, we inject the country slice into both the grid report and into the placeholder. We can save our publication. And now we're ready to do the distribution through the scheduling. To start, we attach a simple schedule which says produce a PDF. The selections that we want from our slice are not individual selections but the entire listing, so we choose all items. We choose to schedule it now so we can see the immediate effect. We're going to ignore triggers, and now we focus on distribution, in this case to the bulletin board. We choose dynamic user security using the country slice, and we use the data mapping option and choose from the listing from the distribution table, which is now visible, the user ID. This is the mechanism by which we will wire up the country to the user. In this regard, as each report is rendered, it'll appear in each user's unique bulletin board. By the same token, we can set up automatic distribution via email. This requires the report bursting option. Here I'm going to use the same data mapping option, in this case the email column from the distribution table, and I've now saved my schedule and it's ready to go. Going to the Content Manager and opening up the Schedule Viewer for this publication, I can see its progress. Blue is in queue, yellow is in process, and green is complete. And within a few minutes, the entire batch is processed. You can see from the listing below that we created a report for each country in our database. If I went to my bulletin board and open up the publication listing, you can see I received an inbox notification for each country in the system, since I am able to see all the countries. You can see that from our spreadsheet here, where Avi can see all the countries as per the dataset. On the other hand, if I was to log into a different user's account, in this case I'm logging as Omer here into a different session, and looked at his bulletin board, you can see you can only see two entries, one for Australia and one for Germany, since these are the only two countries as per the security framework that he is entitled to see. By the same token, if I looked at my inbox, I will see an entry and an email for every country in the system, with each email having an attachment of the report for that country. While as for Sam, he can only see two entries, one for United States and United Kingdom, that obviously matches his data security. And if I open up a particular report, you can see that the data in the report is limited just to that country as it was rendered by the publication engine.